tree that's planted by the water isn't fazed by the fire. So why should
One of the problems that people have is that when they are lifted, they become arrogant. You see, it's God that lifts men, and it's God that sustains men. The same process that it takes to lift you is the same power that it takes to sustain you. So when you are lifted, you should have humility, and you should have the attitude in order to remain sustained. So, but what people do is that they pray and seek the favor of God to be lifted. But once they are lifted, they become arrogant. The same ladder that took them to the level where they are is the same ladder that brings them down. You see, if you are in doubt of what I'm saying, ask Nebuchadnezzar to give you a short experience of what he went through. When you are lifted, you should humble yourself. You should not look down on people, because it's the same God that lifts you that will sustain you. But when you forget the source where you are coming from, it will be easy for you to come down as well. And don't forget this, that when you are lifted by God, you also need God to sustain you. Sometimes it's even harder to be sustained than to be lifted. So when you are lifted, you must have that humility. Continue to humble yourself and continue to remember the source of that lifting, so that you don't look down on the people around you. Because if you do, I guarantee you will not stay too long. Because that same God that lifts you is the same God that sustains you. If you forget where you are coming from, your coming down will not be too long. So please remember that God lifts and God sustains. Praise the Lord.